two of my favorite things in this entire world, YouTube and coffee. And what I just got in the mail today is this coffee by a YouTuber called Peter Mckinnon. If you guys haven't checked him out for some reason already, go and check him out. He has his own blend of coffee from James Coffee Company. And honestly, as soon as I opened the mailbox, I could smell this. You guys know how much I love coffee. If I could drink it like water, you guys know I would. So you already know, we have to give this a review. Let's make some damn coffee. Here we have a fresh cup of the golden hour coffee. Cheers. Wow, just wow. So this coffee was $18 for 12 ounces, and usually I get 24 ounces at Costco for like $13, and I think that's Pete's coffee. But this is worth every single penny. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna have another cup of this. The flavor just punches you right in the face, but in a good way, if that's even possible. But definitely check this out. If you're a big coffee fan, I highly recommend trying this out. $18 is a little bit pricey, but if you're a coffee fan, then you might not mind paying a little bit more for coffee. And they also hooked it up with this fresh sticker. What an amazing way to start the video. So as you guys can see, today's working weight is actually 135 pounds. Now if you've been following along with my squat progress, you can see that I've been consecutively going heavier and heavier, and I actually worked up to 210 for a 5x5. So the reason I'm doing 135 today is actually because this week is a deload, and I apologize for my voice, I sound terrible, which also leads into my second point. I'm also sick. Again, I try to be like careful. I could see it going around at work and everybody in my house starting to get sick. Try to wash my hands and not touch my face and just take the precaution necessary. But I still got sick, so it's kind of a good thing that I got sick right now because it's a deload week and I'm just doing lightweight. Of course, I prefer to not be sick, but it happened. So I'm deloading this week because Gio is actually going to help me write a new program because I really want to compete next year, and it's December, so I mean it's not really like that far ahead. So he's going to help me. We're going to work on my form and everything, and he recommended that I started a deload because I haven't deloaded since like the last time I maxed out in June or July. So it's been a while, and I'm glad I finally got to it because honestly I could feel it a little bit like towards the end of the last week. I just wasn't recovering properly, and last week I actually maxed out on everything just to see where my new maxes are, so I have new percentages to work with. But I maxed out on bench, and it was actually pause this time as opposed to just touch and go, and I got 200 pounds, and which is not too bad pause because the last time I maxed out on bench I got 210 touch and go, and I also didn't feel like great that day. And then squats I maxed out and I got it on video, so I hit 245 pounds. For a new PR, and that's a 15-pound PR actually. And you notice in the video I actually used squat shoes, which was an early present from my friend Jay, so thank you so much. And honestly, at first I didn't think I was going to use them every single workout, but then like I use them and I love it. Like I back out and I feel like just cemented to the floor, and the heel isn't too high, so I don't really lean forward. So Jay, if you're watching this, thank you, buddy. I also went in the other day to max out on deadlifts, but that did not go so well at all. Once again, I was feeling like crap, and I came into max out. Gio's like saw the look on my face, and I was just not there. I was just dead. And he was like, "You sure you're gonna max out today?" And I said, "Well, I'm already here. I might as well." And that didn't go so well at all. I couldn't even lift 295, and that was like my RPE 6 on a regular basis. But it just wasn't happening to that day. I recorded multiple sets and tried to get like a new PR, and it was just not happening. And usually, you guys know I use hook grip, and it was so bad that this is the first time it's ever happened that my thumbs were actually bleeding. So I decided to call it a day. I just didn't have it in me that day and went home. And I've been feeling like crap a lot lately. Like, I don't want to blame it on anything, but since they moved my shifts over at work, I used to work from 6 to 2, and I'll come to the gym straight after. And then during the holidays, we usually work from 4 to noon. And this year, for some reason, we're working from 2 a.m. to 11. So I would work, go home, and maybe sleep for a little bit, and then come to the gym. So like on average, it's kind of my own fault. I get that. So on average, I would get like maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep, and then I would come home and sleep for maybe an hour, maybe more. I try not to sleep more because then that's kind of like my whole day. So it is kind of my own fault. Like, I'm not trying to blame, and I'm not trying to point the finger or anything like that. Like, I could have gone to sleep earlier, but it's just really hard to go to sleep at like 5 o'clock. So we're gonna end up doing for deadlifts is just using my old max, and it feels so heavy, we'll just knock it back down. But a new squat PR was amazing because the last time I got 230, it was a total grinder. This time it felt like I had more in the tank, but that's kind of how I wanted to leave it. I didn't want to completely max out. So that's a good sign that I'm still making progress on that. So that concludes my 5x5 for today. Just 135, easy 5 sets of 5, and for sure, this is set in stone. I'm gonna compete next year. I was like putting it off for a while because I wanted to be the most competitive at my weight. I didn't want to like cut down or have to bulk. I wanted to stay the same weight and get as strong as possible. But I figured I really just want to compete. Like, I'm eager just to do it, and I don't really care what my total is or to really beat anybody. I just want to do it for myself and to see where I'm at. That way, when I compete the next time, I have another total to beat, but everybody has to start somewhere. Now let's see how I'm gonna do this. Can we twist it? I think that when it comes to wrapping Christmas gifts, when all else fails, you gotta take the crap out of it. Worst Christmas gift wrapping skills award of the year goes to
camera that use your time you'll have. But in the effects control panel, you should see the smoothness adjustment and also the methods, and each of them gets...
So some of you guys may not really care about this, but now that the semester ended and I have a good 3 weeks before I go back into class again, I downloaded this new editing program called Adobe Premiere. And I was using Sony Vegas, but there's only so much you can do in there. And as opposed to this, there's so much stuff in here. And shout out to Drew, because he's helping me a lot with this. As I'm recording this and learning about this, he's also texting me and helping me out with it. So now that I have a little bit more time, I'm really trying to learn more about this craft, I guess you could say. Like, learning more about this editing program. And I've also been learning a lot about my camera and like how to shoot in manual and things like that. And a lot of people ask me, how did I learn how to make YouTube videos? And I learned how to make YouTube videos by watching YouTube videos. It's kind of funny the way it worked out.
To one-dimensional adjustments, but you can always experiment with...
I have never had a grilled cheese with tomato soup, and you guys know I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, but for some reason, I just thought of it and it sounded really comforting, like it would make me feel better, kind of like chicken noodle soup, and I feel like I've been missing out. And I know that this isn't a traditional grilled cheese. I put some of that Trader Joe's spinach and kale Greek yogurt spread on here, and some turkey, and oh my gosh, this is delicious. I thought it was on Travis' channel, and I just thought it sounded amazing. I still have to try it. Just a regular grilled cheese and tomato soup though. And I got my big old plate of vegetables right here that I have every night topped with Parmesan cheese. If you guys are watching this right now, that means that it is Christmas, because right now it is the 23rd. And my family left this morning to go to Mexico to celebrate over there. So last night, we kind of celebrated here, and the kids opened up the presents and all that stuff, because unfortunately, I can't go spend Christmas in Mexico with them because I have to ask for a vacation like months in advance, especially around the holidays. So they went over there this morning, and I'm just gonna stay here by myself, which is alright. I'm an adult, you know. I'll find something to do. I'm sure I'll just order a pizza and just watch some movies. And on that note, I hope that everybody out there has a very, very Merry Christmas. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna head to bed because I gotta go to work in a little bit. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Merry Christmas, and I hope to see all you guys very soon.